Chidobe 1080 when you jump in. Hey, episode 4, we here. It's me and my bro. We're a little short today, but we're gonna keep it flowing, keep it moving. Oh, right on time. We got Brian. Hold on. Whoa, Brian. We just went
Yeah,
live, dog. What's going on?
yeah, y'all
You
ain't
ain't
think
You'll
hit
jump
just in
right in,
time.
right on time.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. How's it been going?
It's going good, man. Going good, feeling good. Glad to make it. You know what I'm saying? Glad I was able to catch y'all in time.
You
Yeah,
know,
man.
we
We
just
we
we
we,
just
we hadn't
started.
even started. Yeah, we ain't even started talking yet. So
Okay. Okay,
uh,
perfect. How's the how's the link looking? I feel like I'm dragging a little bit.
It's a little
yeah,
draggy.
Everybody's dragging to me, but maybe I'm just the one moving slow.
Yeah,
Let
you
me turn
spaced
this off.
out. Yeah, you could get it right.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my other what's this Safari? We'll turn this off. Close out some of these links. Okay.
All right, so let's get
So
started. So
uh,
that one, what you want to start with?
John Harbaugh. Let's start with the Ravens.
John?
Yeah, let's get it going.
All right, what happened with
hold
John,
on.
man?
Brian, why don't you try dropping out and coming back in?
Uh, hold on. I'm trying to edit my camera. I put that little uh blurred out background on, but I feel like it's probably like
Yeah,
jamming me up.
it's okay.
So I'm gonna leave and come back in.
Uh,
All right, bet.
um, so the Baltimore Ravens signed John Harbaugh to a 3-year extension. Um, we don't know how much the money is because usually that stuff comes out later. So for coaches at least, for players, they blast that stuff all over the news. But yeah, so we extended John Harbaugh for another 3 years. Um, it makes sense to me. But the one thing I did want to say, Charles, before we got too deep into it, was I know a lot of times, we be talking about this stuff and like people who probably casually watch the Ravens don't really understand what we're talking about because they don't know the politics of the NFL. So basically what I would say is, Harbaugh was going to be on a 1-year deal this upcoming year if they didn't give him an extension. And typically in the NFL, if a coach is on a 1-year deal, it means either he's about to get fired because he's not doing well, or you know they don't plan on bringing you back. So before we really dive into it, I just want people to know that like having a coach on a 1-year deal is typically not something that NFL teams do unless they're about to get rid of you. So
Right. I I mean, John is. I mean, he's been there almost 20 years. Lamar likes him. He's been to the playoffs 12 times out of 17 seasons in a tough division.
right.
Um, 8 road playoff wins. Shout out to that defense. Most ever by a coach. Um, I think his downside is, in which is his plus side, that he rolls with his guys. Oh, Brian's back. So
Yeah, it looks better.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it looks
better,
good
Brian.
now. We're good.
So
Sorry about that.
John rolls with his guys, and maybe a little too long. I mean, the Greg Roman offense was cool, but it didn't fit Lamar. I feel like we said that way before that happened, but the COVID year and things like that.
Yeah.
We got to give him grace for that. And also not putting the players around Lamar, just having him expected to do everything, was just too much. With the
Yeah.
long season, getting him injured, expecting a tight end and a quarterback to win you a Super Bowl with a wide receiver that his foot is messed up and he's walking on one leg. It's asking for too much of Lamar Jackson. Yeah, he's MVP, one of the best. Well, I can't say one of the best at this point, players in the league, and we're not winning those Super Bowls. The questions is that why is that? It seems like that the players are not prepared to play in cold weather every year, just like they're not prepared to play Mahomes the first game of the year. And I feel like that falls on the coach. Andrews dropping passes for sure that he never drops. But this is not the first playoff game where he's played in cold weather and had these issues. And I feel like that's killing us because we have the team the last 2 years to win Super Bowls. There's no excuse why we're losing. Halftime adjustments with the Chiefs last year, I'm not feeling that at all. I mean, even the game plan in general. Oh, dang. Baltimore Christmas music.
Uh,
Yeah, so even the game plan in general, you're going against Andy Reid, and you got to bring your A game, and you know that he knows what you're going to do. He knows what players is injured. He knows what you're going to take advantage of. You got to play chess out here. You
Right.
cannot you cannot expect to run the ball with just sit up the middle first game and expect that to be what you worked on for a whole week. And you seeing them being aggressive, loading up the box. Play action, do something else. So I feel like that for that point of view, there's even though John Harbaugh has been here for 20 years, almost 20 years, he's got a lot to improve and things that he disagrees with decisions that he lets ride. And I feel like a head coach ain't supposed to do that. I feel like he's been better at it this year. Telling Lamar, no, we're not going on the fourth down. There's no need, or we're not kicking 80-yard field goals. There's no need.
Right.
So I feel like that's better, but he still has to win a Super Bowl. That needs to happen.
Yeah.
He's got all the talent in the world,
Yeah.
you know. So I mean, that's my take on it. What you
Yeah. Go
think,
ahead,
Brian?
Brian. I'm gonna go last.
all right, yeah, I was. I'm actually excited to talk about John Harbaugh because I feel like a lot of the fan base is split on him. I feel like at the end of the
Especially
day,
after this year.
yeah, like all right. So my personal opinion of John Harbaugh is that he's a good coach. I ain't say
For
great.
sure.
I specifically say good, but he offers us stability and
Mhm.
security. He steadies the reins of all the other peripheral stuff that be going on because it ain't just all about just Lamar or it ain't just all about one thing or another thing. It's a in totality, he keeps the guys going. I feel like they play for him. Like that, like we're winning a lot of games. Like,
Yeah.
we're nitpicking
I
about
just not. I mean,
saying
hold on. I just saw this over the last 5 years. Nobody has won more regular season games than the Ravens. We have 78 wins over the last 5 years. That's number one in the NFL.
now I will say this. I attribute damn near all of it to 8. That's the fact
Yeah.
the fact that
Number one.
he's been who he's been since before he could really throw the ball. As soon as they put him under center, when Joe Flacco went down, Lamar Jackson has looked like he belonged, and he's been looking to put us in position to win every single game. So that's on that. I feel like John Harbaugh has benefited from drafting Lamar Jackson. He's benefited from starting Lamar Jackson basically immediately. And so, look, we had a couple of times where we could have got off the John Harbaugh train.
Yeah.
There was a couple of chances.
Yeah.
We did not choose it. I remember right before when Lamar Jackson first started that season, if Lamar didn't pick up how he picked it up, and we would have lost and went into the season, didn't make the playoffs like how I was angling for, John would have been fired. I believe John Harbaugh. I believe it was stale,
Oh,
and
it
John Harbaugh.
was a foregone conclusion.
It was a
It was
foregone
he
conclusion.
was done.
that seat was hot, boy. That seat
Yeah,
was
it's
hot.
smoking.
he
And
was done.
and the second time was a couple of years ago when we decided not to go with Mac McDonald. When
Yeah,
McDonald was headed up and was looking to be a head coach after that stellar defensive coordinating year, we had a chance to move off of John, bring him up to the front office, and then bring a young, hot shot defensive coordinator to start us up, and that would have gave us the little fresh pop that we needed. Instead, we chose the conservative route, and now look, we done took John, that took us to Lamar, that took us to a performance, a divisional round, AFC championships viewing that is in the divisional round. Like we're going to, you can't fire a coach when he getting, you know what I'm saying? It's like we are getting there. We did improve.
Right.
The receiving core looks better than it's ever looked. The running game looked as good as it's ever looked. The quarterback looks the best that we've ever seen a quarterback in a Ravens jersey look. Like everything looks great. The defense kind of underperformed and still looked great by the end of the season. So
Yeah.
like I just feel like when you're talking about moving on, where are you moving to? Who else is there to replace John Harbaugh? And I don't see it. The ground doesn't look like it's like there's nobody fresh for me to say, oh yeah, that guy would be a better fit for us than John Harbaugh. So
Right.
I gotta rock out. And if they say 3 more years, like I said, if it didn't work, like if we would have just missed the playoffs last year, I would say, all right, that's kind of ridiculous. But I believe Bisciotti feels the same way. Like if John wasn't going to keep running up 12, 13, 14 win seasons and going deep into the playoffs, he probably would let him go too, but it's working.
facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
I
do you think,
mean,
Devin?
the way I feel about it, I'm kind of split on it. Like part of me feels like Harbaugh is kind of a part of the old kind of indoctrination of the Ravens. Even though he kind of took over towards the end of the OG Ravens era, but I just feel like with him, he still has that kind of old school mindset, where we going all in on the secondary, and the way we draft offensive players. I still don't like it. And I don't think that's all on Harbaugh, but I think Harbaugh has a lot of influence on who we draft. But then also, I feel like, the way he talks about Lamar, the way he talks about the team, the way he talks about the guys, like there's not a lot of coaches around the league that pump their dudes up the way Harbaugh does. Like I shit on Harbaugh a lot, but
Yeah, you do.
but the one thing I do give him credit for is that he goes to bat for his players. And it's not a lot of, you see a lot of times you see coaches throwing players under the bus, and you don't really ever see Harbaugh doing that. So I give him a lot of credit for how he kind of shields the team. And I do think he does get the team ready to play in primetime games. Like that's kind of his specialty. But again, I worry about the Ravens on a on a 1 o'clock game, versus the Browns. You know what I mean? And they got a backup quarterback in. Those are the times that Harbaugh just throws me. But it's also the bonehead challenges. It's he. I don't know. It may be because we just been watching him so long
Yeah, he's stale
that
for us.
we're kind of tired of him.
Yeah.
I
So I don't
mean,
know.
I feel like that the bonehead challenges is because a challenge is longer than the timeout. Because some
Yeah,
of them challenges don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I
like
just
he'd
think,
rather just use a challenge than a timeout.
Because he might get might get an extra 3, 4 minutes. It got to be like that. What you think, Brian?
I mean, like I said, I think it's hard, bro. I think being a coach is hard. I think all the
Yeah,
positions, everything is
for
hard.
sure.
I think that like as fans, we tend to like we harp and nitpick on like certain things when like to me the overarching like the 30,000 foot view is that's the one you really gotta like deal
Yeah,
with. And like the 30,000 foot view is that the players are ready. Like now we've gone out
usually.
there. Usually, yeah, like 9 times out of 10, like I feel like we're prepared. Like
Yeah,
I feel like we're prepared. I feel like we like has John been out coached? Sure.
by the best.
But we out coach a lot of times. We don't never we never be like, oh yeah, John really out coaches with that. We just be like, that's what we expect to happen. That's what's supposed to do. We supposed to do that. Like,
Yeah.
but we put out a good game plan and we go and put our foot and put belt to ass, which we do on a fairly regular basis. Like that's a part of the coaching too.
Yeah.
And so I just think that John is like, oh, again, 30,000 feet up.
He's a great coach. 30,000 feet up.
Show me the list. Show me the list of candidates that you want over John, and then tell me how much they cost, and then tell me if those are the type of guys who would have changed everything to let Lamar Jackson, who would have stood behind Lamar Jackson and say he's the greatest of all time. He could be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think that list is very, very short. Even though we can look at Lamar Jackson today and say obviously he's supposed to play. 2 years ago, bro. 2 years ago he was available to the whole league, and no one offered it. So but what I'm saying is there was still doubt. There was still doubt in people's minds. Coaches across the league, GMs, executives across the league were not sold on this guy who our guy backs 1,000% and has backed since before this beautiful Mozart-looking thing of a quarterback was created. When Lamar was just, the ball too big, it's different size. They rocked out. So I just have to like support that. And like, we want him to win, but like again, right? Like you have to say we want John Harbaugh to win again because he already won. He did that before he took a team to win. Now that was Ray and that was Ed, and we can give him credit. We can give them that credit too. But John's been on the right side of this thing, and I just feel like we got to kind of just take it for what it is. He's our coach, man. He's our coach. Just like Pittsburgh got Tomlin. That's ours.
I mean, I feel like that not many coaches can go through Eli and Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? That's I mean, you're talking about Eli, one of the greatest minds in the game of football, playing quarterback.
You talking about Peyton?
I mean Peyton, sorry.
Yeah.
Peyton.
Now,
and then Tom Brady with the Bill Belichick duo, and Bill Belichick, he's one of the best coaches, but he also will cheat.
Yeah, I mean, he cheated us out of a playoff game, bro.
He cheated us out of a Super Bowl. We're having offensive linemen lining up
running out for catching.
That was, he got into that playbook, man. He got into that rule book.
He found a gray area in the rule book and used it against us. Because we were winning that game. We were up. We went up by 2 scores on them twice, and then they started. In the third quarter, they started. Lineman was running out and catching passes. It was like, what is happening?
But the lesson learned, though, on not cheating, but those are the adjustments you need to do.
Yeah.
You need to just say, hey, this ain't working. But I'm not saying pull out the Darth Vader playbook.
It's tough, bro.
That's what he did, bro.
This is what I'll say. I'll say this negatively. John and whatever going on in the Ravens front office was very slow to
turn the ship.
They were very slow to turn the ship as far as now they switched up and put Lamar in an offense that would best support him. But then once they realized that he was the MVP unanimously, they were very slow to like start bringing all the weapons and putting pieces around like other teams have clearly started to do. Like they immediately got CJ Stroud somebody. They immediately helped. Everybody else immediately get help. But we was kind of like,
look at the Eagles.
Right. So I feel like that's what I'll say about John and EDC. Like they just and with whoever else they just were slow to give while we were paying Lamar pennies, they were slow to try to put those pieces of offense around, and that's because they have an antiquated vision view of offense in general. That nobody's an offensive guru in that front office. You know what I'm saying? John's from special teams, so I think that just kind of has played a role. But if you look at that. Since they started to value the wide receiver position, because they didn't for them first, as long as John's been here, as long as John's been our coach, we have not really valued the wide receiver position up until I'll say the Hollywood draft. The year we drafted Hollywood was the first year where we spent a value pick on a receiver who we thought could translate and be good in the league. I think before it was just kind of like, oh, we like his intangibles. We were looking for something.
Right.
Maybe
He's
And we go
tall.
oh,
we gonna
Bashar
draft a
Perry.
third.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bashar Perry runs a 4.3. Let's use it. Like that, but they didn't know what was his catch under in contact like. What was his what was like how does he get out of routes? Like they just didn't do it.
He was
Now
injury prone. He had a whole knee problem, and they didn't investigate
Yo,
it.
I feel like the Ravens learned the lesson on that, man, because we're not out here. It ain't about benching 225 100 times for a wide receiver. It ain't about running. You like. I feel like that we learned that organizational lesson, and that took a long time. We
Yo,
was missing,
the
and the
Ravens,
Steelers was hitting, and the
bro.
Steelers draft right after us.
well
But
they
it's
value the receiver
just a
position.
receiver though. The Ravens just like freak athletes. Look at Owe. Why draft Owe? Other than the fact that he's a super duper athlete.
Yeah,
He had
because
no sacks in college.
right, but the Ravens ain't gonna never have a top pick because we're always gonna be in that thing. And
Yeah.
he had athleticism that was incredible off the charts, 99 percentile. But the reason that he didn't get drafted is because, like you mentioned, he didn't have no sacks in college.
And the
That's
Ravens was like,
all.
nah, he can run a 4.4. We want him.
But I'm
You know,
saying we do that. We did that with Oway, and I'm cool. But like we also, I mean, we be taking chances on people. You
Yeah,
know, we got Zadarius Smith for the low. We got
yeah.
yeah,
it's a couple
Judon.
Matthew Judon for the low. You know what I'm saying? We be getting
Andrews.
people be hitting. We just can't always keep them. We just can't
Yo,
always keep them.
and I like,
Yeah. I mean,
I
but
like,
that's more of a DaCosta discussion though, right? I mean, that's not so much John Harbaugh.
and I feel
I
like
mean,
No,
that.
Harbaugh's helping, but DaCosta's
Yeah,
making decisions.
true.
yeah, yeah. It's his responsibility for sure.
But I'm
And
definitely tagging the entire front office with like that. You know, like DaCosta didn't make that decision to say let's just put Lamar into this Greg Roman offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the coach, and then the coach's decisions uh, give the front office uh, a game plan of how they
Right.
want to draft based around what the goals are. Like we had one way that we were drafting offensive linemen, and now that we got a different type of offense, now they're like, okay, we got to get some bigger, more athletic guy. We got to, so
More traditional
correct. We
tall
need somebody
tall offensive lineman.
or we
they
need
can get to the
somebody that's a
second
little
level.
faster. Exactly. We can't just have these big slobs that just don't, you know what I'm saying, they can't move.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just, hey, we ain't never paid for a pass rush in a while. We got one of the top sacks. We can't miss on tight ends. We got our organizational strength. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
overall, I'm not mad that we kept Harbaugh because again, I think he believes in Lamar just as much as you know, the rest of us do. So, as long as he's, doing what he's supposed to do and keeping Lamar where he needs to be, keeping him focused, I'm all right with it.
yeah. And I want one more point before we move on. I know that John Harbaugh having them dudes catching wet footballs and having the music blasting, the temperature of 0 degrees all that week. So I'm not saying he didn't try to get them ready to play in the cold, but it seems like year after year, we're gonna have to go play in freezing temperature weather to make it to the Super Bowl, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have to figure out how to do that. You know, so that's what I'm saying. If we playing in Miami to the Super Bowl, we're gonna win. We're gonna have a Jackson 5 night. Our team is basically all from Florida.
Yeah.
So you think
So
that the weather be affecting, like you think the weather, the cold, you think we soft? You think the
nah,
team
nah.
Nah, I
I feel like Lamar throws a missile, right? And that cold football is different type of catching. Not every, in year
yeah,
after year, we're getting drops that we've never have to deal with all season.
I mean,
and
I it's
the only people that be getting catches are the people with the biggest hands, like Likely. Like Likely's the only person that doesn't fall apart in the cold.
That's every team. We
I
got
know.
one.
I'm not saying we soft. I'm just
It's been
saying
one. We
that.
got one receiver, bro. There's one receiver who's been there through this entire duration. One receiver. He's a tight end. He's
Yeah,
trash in the playoffs. Trash. Dirt.
That's a lot.
I'm look, call it what it is,
Stat.
man. He's a great tight end.
he's a terrible playoff performer. He
But
has zero
the
touchdowns.
playoff performances are nasty work. Like all the negative stuff that they put on Lamar, saying, "Oh, Lamar can't get it together." But bro, 80% of that is likely dropping passes, bro. Lamar.
Nah, no, you
Andrews.
mean Andrews?
Oh, sorry, Andrew. My bad. Yeah, likely drop.
Yeah, I mean in the playoffs, I mean a
It's
lot of those
bad.
interceptions was because of Andrews, but
It's
Andrews was
bad.
injured that year, so I gave him a pass. But
What
even in the
year?
regular season,
What
the
year are
year
we
that we
talking?
lost to the Titans,
All right.
uh,
Oh, 2019.
yeah, Andrews like tipped it up, was an interception. He had the same type of bad game, but he was injured. The year that we set out before we played,
I
Yeah,
feel like
the
Derrick
I feel like
Henry,
2019 when he won
yeah.
20
Henry went
MVP.
off.
Even in that Charger game, he has some. Even
Yeah,
in Lamar's rookie campaign, Mark
mm,
Andrews critical drops in that game. He had two or
yeah.
three that went right off of his chest, off his numbers, off his hands. Like he has drop issues. So I just
He had zero touchdowns in the playoffs. Bateman has two already.
yeah, bro. Like I'm what I'm
Like
saying.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm and Lamar loves Mark Andrews. You feel me? Like he would go to him 10 times out of 10 if he could. And it's just like that's been the holdup. Like I'm looking at Lamar. I don't see a bad playoff performer. I look at the coaching. I don't see bad coaching. I just see at the end of the day, these games are coming down to like very, very minimal mistakes that just aren't going our way. And
Nah, I would
what,
agree with you on one thing. We gotta admit that Lamar would be panicking and he do be making mistakes because uh, and he don't be going through his progressions. Lamar be fumbling too. Unnecessarily. I
bro,
I
gotta.
don't really put the fumble this
yeah,
year on
that's
him, I
crazy. That's
really don't. Because
Nah,
homeboy, that was a high snap. That play
Charles.
was already dead.
I think you be hearing people talk bad, and you be like, you don't want to seem like you too biased, so you want to give it to him a little bit. That you want
Yeah,
you
because
Lamar Jackson he is the most amazing magician in the pocket, moving with the ball. It's okay. Look, if LeBron James, who leads the league in assists or something, has a few turnovers, it's gonna happen. Lamar
not in
Jackson
the
just had a
playoffs.
bro. Lamar Jackson just played the whole season and didn't throw no interceptions, but he got 4 picks. It's not all his fault, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but then he throws the interception in the playoffs to Bateman. That was
What
something
ba-
that
what Bateman do?
that was
I,
the
hey,
that was
Lamar's my guy. I got playoff tickets. I got plenty of jerseys. I
No,
ride
no,
for
no.
Lamar.
I
But
didn't
I
like that. I
but
didn't like that pass. You're right.
but
I didn't like that.
I'm not gonna say those are Lamar's best games. I mean, granted, he has thrown interceptions that you be scratching your head because you haven't seen him all through the regular season. He's
yeah.
fumbled, in the
But he fumbled.
playoffs.
He fumbled in the regular season.
Yeah, but it's
He
doesn't
fumbled one
start off
time.
as his fault. It start off as like Devin mentioned, the center. Our center's a little undersized. People starting to figure it out, or sometimes he just snaps crazy snaps, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Lamar tries to compensate, which no other quarterback can do,
Right.
right? Or crazy stuff like that. And
This is
Lamar 9 times out of 10 can make a play out of it, but that 1 time out of 10 is bad for business.
this is my thing. I just feel like you get some and you give some. Like
Yeah,
there's a little bit
Yeah.
of there's so much talent and there's so much ability and so much opportunity to make a big play that from
right,
time to time you're
You're
gonna
gonna
fall
lose the
short.
ball.
From time
Yeah.
to time
right.
you lose the ball. Like
But
when he was in Cincinnati and the ball fumbled, bad snap, he fumbles it a little bit, he grabs down, he
It
grabs
was the
it,
same thing actually. Ball went
backs,
flying
he
backwards.
backs up, he stiff arms the defensive end, he stiff arms him again, he throws it. Like we love that. So when that,
yeah,
so it's just like, and at the end of the day, and this is the part that I'm really trying to get to. Lamar gives me so much. I need it to be okay for him to miss a throw, a pick, a fumble from time to time, and we still win the game.
That's hold on.
Everybody else gets to
But
do it.
but that's my
Everybody else can score.
problem. But that's my issue with the Ravens overall is that if Lamar has a bad game or a mediocre game,
Right.
we are not going to win. Like we're not one of those teams that's built to survive our best player not playing
Yo, the
Well,
only
we're a
yo,
pass rush
100%.
away. We're a pass rush away.
Bill Belichick say
That's how I
this.
feel.
He said, "I haven't seen the Ravens lose a game yet. They only beat themselves, and that's why the
Yeah.
Right.
Steelers be sneaking on us. That's why we lose these crazy games that we shouldn't play. Like Josh Allen didn't play well against us. He threw like 400 yards. The only way to beat the Ravens is we beat themselves. I beat
But
ourselves,
don't you?
and that's
So
all I'm trying to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you feel
No, I
like
get you.
we should be like, I don't know. Like I feel like patient. Like we shouldn't be
Well,
complacent. We shouldn't be complacent because we still trying to break through. You feel me? But I feel very confident that like Lamar Jackson has yet to not get better. Can we is that a thing?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the Joe Flacco type Tom Brady
Joe,
game manager, then throw over top of your head, wins championships.
bro, that was lucky, bro. He threw 11 touchdowns and no picks. You think that's him just being
I'm
nice?
talking about Flacco. I'm talking about Flacco having the record for away playoff wins.
But that's how he did it.
But that's
You
if
know
you
how he
look
did
at
it? Go look at it. Go look at how he won
I'm
them
not
games.
talking. I'm talking. No, I know all that. But what I'm trying to, if you listen to Tom Brady broadcasting these playoff games, he's saying exactly how he won Super Bowls. And how you win Super Bowls is you let the other team destroy. I mean, if you think about it, when the Eagles and the Chiefs played the first time, there was only one turnover in that game,
Yeah.
right? He fumbled, and he lost a Super Bowl for one fumble. He scored every other drive.
And he did play better than Mahomes in that game.
Bro,
Jalen
Bro,
Hurts.
like it'd be that.
Tom Brady won four Super Bowls damn near off the strength that the defense didn't give up no points in the second half. All them times, Tom Brady didn't have to never go to the Lamar Jackson
Okay.
to win games will have to drive the ball down the field. The defense is going to give up their buckets. If we could get a pass rush, if we could get a defense that could get some stops, we would not have to be worrying about what somebody got to do. He got no interceptions, no fumbles, no nothing. He got to play a perfect game. He has to score 40, and he can't have no blemishes. Tom Brady was scoring 14, 15, 16
we
points
had
to win
a
the Super Bowl.
championship. We had a championship defense almost Lamar's entire run. The only time that they score is on turnovers.
Right. We didn't have an offense then. I feel like we didn't
even
have
when we had Weddle and a young Marlin, that was a Super Bowl defense. We've had Super Bowl defenses for a long time.
Weddle.
Yeah, but again, that goes. We had a defense, but we ain't had no offense because that's that was back when we were putting all our resources into defensive players. And
I get what you're saying. I understand. Obviously we want to have more, mistake-free football. I think that's obviously the next iteration of Lamar's maturation is for him to become even more conservative and decisive in those high leverage situations. Sometimes he got to recognize he got to do the Aaron Rodgers thing where he just catch the ball, you look out and see it's dead, and he just throw that thing away. He got to do that sometimes, and he doesn't do that yet because he still has the athleticism to make stuff out of nothing.
So, and that's why I think Andy Reid and Patrick somehow they got that humble pie because the only way they could beat us, right, is you're not going to be able to throw long on the Ravens. We don't have the line. We don't have the corners. All you're going to be able to do is have 1 or 2 seconds, and that's it. And that's our only chance. Or even when Mahomes has to run the ball, they have game plans where they say we aren't good enough to do this. This is what we're going to do.
The humble pie for Patrick Mahomes is his athleticism, though. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's tough to talk about it. It's not the same. Lamar would not. He would have made that Philadelphia defensive line look a lot different if it was us versus the Eagles. It don't matter how good they are. It don't matter how good the defense is because his athleticism, he humbles them, not the other way around. Patrick has to do something else because at the end of the day, he can surprise you with his athleticism, but once you on top of him, he don't do nothing special. He's regular. Physically.
Well, yeah, I mean he's not a supreme athlete.
Correct. Yeah, granted, I think Philly would have beat anybody for that Super Bowl. I really give it to him this year. I feel like them boys. I mean, they beat us at home. We was at that game.
I
They
know. I
beat us at
watched.
home.
I seen Justin Tucker go through all his stuff and miss all them daggone field goals. I saw that. I wish
Yeah.
you remember
Oh,
because
I
I feel
remember
like we lost. We lost by 5.
Derrick Henry getting tackled like that.
We,
Nobody's ever tackled him. That boy
we
was
lost. We
crazy.
lost by
Safety on
5.
the.
We lost by 5 points, and he
And
missed.
Tucker gave up 10 points worth of kicks.
Oh, have mercy. So I'm
All
just
right.
saying
No, you got it. You got it on that.
all
Tucker was
that.
dealing with a lot this year.
Yeah, Philly's team was good, and they got us. They got us at home, and that's a good game. It was raining a little bit, so they caused a little weather game too. But
Right.
I feel like that's the game that we wanted. That's the matchup we wanted.
That's
And
what
we
I picked to be the Super
and we
Bowl.
were supposed to get through Buffalo, and we were supposed to play the Chiefs and get Philly. I think that's how it was supposed to play out. But
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
if it was a fifth, I'm saying I'd be wasted.
All right, man.
Yeah.
We got it out. We got it out. We got to move on. We got a long show.
Y'all want to get to the corner, Chidobe Awuzie? Yeah.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
Ravens.
Yeah.
I feel like EDC cooking, man. It's a Lamar effect. The people know that Lamar's going to win a Super Bowl this year, or the next. He's not going to. He's not going to. He comes back better every year, and if he gets any more better, then it's just over. So we got a corner that could have signed with any team. The other team's paying his salary. And I'm excited about it. What you think, Brian?
yeah. Great
Yeah.
pickup. Great pickup by EDC. I mean, I would say great pickup. It's a good pickup by
A
EDC.
good pickup. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
pickup. Solid pickup. I feel like
For a good
it.
price.
Yeah, it just does all the things. You feel me? It gives us a backup, gives us some security. Some depth,
Yeah.
at a position of need. He's solid when he's healthy. He's a good player when he's healthy. The reason why he was so cheap is because he doesn't stay healthy.
Right.
Right.
So that's on the table. We've seen a lot of him when he was in Cincinnati. So I'm sure we got plenty of tape, and this was a good, thought out play. I believe that this frees us up. This frees
Yeah.
us up to go into the draft and hunt a little bit more for the right
Yeah.
position, as opposed to like desperately needing to draft a first round corner to like play significant
Facts.
snaps immediately. So
Yeah.
now
I don't think they wanted to draft back to back first round corners. I think
right.
that's why part of the reason why they did this.
I didn't I I do feel like this definitely puts an end to the pipe dream for Jair Alexander. It's
Yeah.
kind of I was hoping that Louisville connection could come back and we could get them back together. But if you look at the numbers, Jair Alexander and Chidobe Awuzie, they've played like a similar amount of games in the last like 3 seasons. So it's like if you got to pay significant amounts of money to get Jair Alexander, and you could get somebody else to pay money to get Cheeto
Similar
to
production.
get similar production. Yeah, if he plays 10 games, it's like that was a good 10. That's good money. So yeah, I'm
Facts.
cool. I'm cool with the play. Cool with it.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
mean, I'm cool with it too. I think, like you said, this kind of because me, I was not down with drafting another corner in the first round this year. So I'm kind of happy that they did, normally what they do to the offense. This is usually what the Ravens do at receiver. We're expecting them to draft a receiver in the first round, and then they pick up some, you know, old guy, kind of like they did with D-Hop. And then so now that tells me that they want to use that first round pick somewhere else, and it seems like they have a plan. So I'm happy with that.
I will say one more thing. Based around what he said, his press conference, why he chose to come to the Ravens for a
Hello?
chance to. You still there, bro?
Oh, I think he froze.
Like Charles Rose. But yeah, I'll finish with get my take out. I will say that I think that it just is another player, another veteran player that's taking the chance to come to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Highlighting where we are right now. Highlight, D-Hop signing early in the free agency for the low. And now Cheeto coming in after being released, signing to us for the vet minimum, basically. Earlier in the process, I just think that this just proves it. Like shouting out Lamar and shouting out John as being like Cheeto said immediately. Yeah, I like Awuzie. Said immediately. Yeah, I like John Harbaugh's, his connection to God and how he was talking to him and stuff like that. So I just think that that's just another one of those things that like you can put another feather you can put in John Harbaugh's cap that makes him a little bit better than a lot of other coaches. It's just like when players sit down and talk to him, they feel like connected with him. They feel like that he's on their side, and that's important.
Yeah.
Hey, but that John Harbaugh doghouse is real though.
It's a real place.
It's a real
It
place,
is,
and it's
bro.
hard to
It's
get
a
out.
dungeon. It's hard to get out of there, bro. Ben Cleveland, somehow he got out of there just off a default, just because we just running out of
He
offensive
did get
linemen.
re-signed randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I
For the
thought that
super
man.
duper cheap. They said his contract is all incentives, bro.
He been in the gulag all year. All
Contract
year.
is all is incentives.
Yeah, and they like, if you don't
Yeah.
do what we tell you to do, you ain't gonna get on the field to get them incentives.
Yeah,
That's a fact. You only get them incentives
that
until I get hurt.
that Harbaugh doghouse is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's stay in the NFL. Let's stay in the NFL.
We'll try it next.
Who we had, Big Russ got signed. He's still out here getting picked up.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Yeah. I
Big Russ.
mean, good for Russ. I mean, he probably gonna start, right? But didn't the Giants sign Jameis too?
Signed Jameis too. So it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that
I
he's gonna
mean,
start.
I think he's gonna beat out Jameis
Yeah.
and for
Yeah.
the job, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell the Giants are trying to. I guess they just trying to keep their jobs over there.
What the Giants doing? I don't know. I mean, look, I feel like there's only
Bro, they were last year.
can,
They were flying banners over the stadium that said it was a guy flying banners over the stadium every game saying he was going to keep doing this until they fire everybody.
yeah, it's bad.
They in a
bro.
sorry state right now. They're not doing well over there in New York.
It's bad. I mean, I can't imagine. I don't know what it looks like if what I'm saying, we choose. I don't know what they did. They decided to go with Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, and now they cut Saquon Barkley. Now they cut Daniel Jones, and Saquon Barkley just won the rushing title and a Super Bowl. They are sick over there. That's disgusting. That was their best player, and they just let him go. That was crazy.
Right.
So it's just about like trying to pick up the pieces from there. I guess they got a great wide receiver out there.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors is like that. So he moves different. So I just think that you give him some competency at the quarterback position. I think that it will be. I feel like they likely will still draft Shador and just let that play out, because then you don't got no pressure.
Where the Giants picking?
They like two or three.
Yeah.
The Browns had two.
I think so.
The Browns ain't. I don't know what the Browns.
Do y'all think the Browns gonna draft Shador?
I do. But I got a case of water on it, so.
Yeah. So it's Tennessee 1, Cleveland 2, New York 3, and New England 4. Jacksonville was drafting that. They went 4-13. God damn, they suck. Trevor Lawrence, ugh,
nasty.
Yeah.
I think that the Giants, put themselves in a position where it's like you got Russell Wilson for the right now. You got a solid backup with Jameis, and then like you can draft a quarterback at 2, or whatever 3, or you could wait and try to and get somebody later. Like you don't like. There's no pressure for them to get a quarterback in the first round because they definitely got options at that position.
Right.
And if they,
And this isn't really a quarterback draft anyway.
that's what they saying. I think Cam Ward and Shador are gonna be nice though. They always be trying. It ain't never a quarterback draft when the best quarterbacks is black. You ever notice that?
Well, I mean, it's
They
only
always,
2 of them.
but they be trying to throw the dude Jackson Dart in the mix now. They try to say he's just as good. They want to bring up,
Yeah.
They be trying to bring up. Every year, bro, you always find like some random like Mitch Trubisky will pop up in the mix. You like, yo, how is he on this level? That's crazy that somebody's as good as Deshaun Watson, even though I ain't heard of him all year. That's incredible. Right. They always do that. It's like Shador and Cam Ward are crazy better than the rest of the dudes. They're like, it's not a quarterback draft. Nobody's fast. Nobody's a scrambler. They don't have nothing. They're confused, I think.
Yeah.
Yo, I was holding this all week to tell you, yo, Anthony Richardson is younger than Shador.
Anthony Richardson,
the Colts quarterback, though he was laying them out, giving them that criticism.
Oh, yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah.
But he didn't play a lot of games in college, right?
But yeah, I'm saying the reason why I'm off on him is because I was never on him. I thought he was trash at Florida. I thought it was a reach to get drafted so high. I thought they got lucky and saw some flashes in his rookie year. And now he can't stay healthy, and he's patting himself on the head because he doesn't know he's supposed to have cardio. Like, I've seen enough.
I think he's gonna make that Josh Allen jump. I even think he got Josh Allen that QB guru that sorry, that actually fixed his throwing arm, and they had like a whole video on it. I think he got that guy that like breaks it down to a science.
I think the Colts are doing everything they can to give him an opportunity to succeed.
This is my thing.
He has the talent.
Has the talent, but Charles, he looks so bad when you watch him play. He looks so bad.
The thing about the NFL is everyone's talented. So I hate landing on that because I feel like everybody's athletic, everybody's super good.
Yeah.
The thing,
but he has like extreme athleticism.
Sure, but the thing that I'm hearing and the thing that jars me and the most alarming thing and the reason why I have no faith and the reason why I believe other people could be better and not him is because players and coaches alike are going on wax and telling people around the Colts organization that his work ethic is trash. They're like, he's not the first one in. He's not he's not the first one in. He's not the last one out. If you're not that good and you're just super talented and you're young, that is what I should hear. I should hear about how you're the first one. Jaden Daniels, I hear nothing. They say, yo, he got that little thing with goggles on his eyes all the time. He just be locked in. First one in, buying cookies for everybody. He's locked in. He's the best. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Richardson, tapped himself on the head, not the first one in. Not
you
the
mean
last
Jaden
one.
Daniels?
Who I say, Jason Daniels?
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, yeah.
Hey, but Jaden Daniels is 2-3 years more older, man. Give my man some time.
He is more mature. Yeah. But that quarterback position just isn't for the immature. It's just not built like that. You have to be the most mature person on the team, basically, or it doesn't work. So the fact that he's having these growing pains it's a testament to the fact that he didn't do it in college. He's never had to really stand in front of men, which is the position. Not just be athletic and throw the ball hard. You have to be able to lead men, and that's what I don't see. So,
yeah.
I mean, okay. I hope he gets it together this year. I mean,
I think he will.
We'll see. I mean,
that organization held him accountable. I mean, they've been some.
Yeah, for sure. I think the first step for him is you got to beat Daniel Jones in training camp. Let's start one thing at a time. Let's beat Daniel.
Put some money. Put some case of water.
You want to put some waters on it?
He ain't gonna beat Daniel Jones,
bro. He got to beat Daniel Jones in training camp, yo.
Put water that he is not going.
All right. We're gonna put a case on it.
They gonna be like
Anthony. All right, so
it's locked in. Got a case on it.
Lock it in. Anthony Richardson is going to be the starter day one. He has to be. If he's not, the Colts organization is falling apart.
Yeah.
If he can't beat Daniel Jones, then
Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes. He got a nickname. He already got a nickname. I don't know how he's gonna be.
Yeah, but
the aura is
is
gonna get him through the camp.
But the Colts are gonna. I just don't. They can't bench him before the season. You at least got to let him start.
This is what I'm saying.
He can't be that bad in training camp.
If they really wanted Richardson to be the quarterback, they would have not brought in an option that could take his spot. They would have brought in a bum. They would have brought in a real. They would have brought it. Who the guy?
Daniel Jones is a bum, yo. He's not good.
Who's Lamar's backup now? Who we just pick up?
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, that's the kind of backup that should be there for the. Hey, Cooper, it's not a guy who's been a starter for a franchise for 4 years. Cooper Rush should be the guy. It should not be a guy who just was starting, who never.
I don't know, bro. Cooper Rush look more confident than Daniel Jones, dog. Daniel Jones looks
all right, man.
Bad.
I hear what you're saying, but think about it. You're talking about a quarterback who's never been in the NFL and not been a starter.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that it would behoove the coach. I mean, the Colts to at least what I'm saying is it's not a fair fight. Like they're gonna tilt it more towards Richardson because that's their draft pick.
I get what you're saying, but listen, I'm not so sold that the front office is so sold based around that decision.
No, I think they're running out of
excuses for him.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I think this is his last opportunity this year.
And just like Deshaun Watson, sometimes you just be like, let's just figure out if he's good enough and let's just cut our losses. Like Deshaun Watson, they're going to owe him a lot of money. They could do some baseball stuff and like give him an extension and try to stretch his contract out over like 30 years or something. But I bet you they just say, man, pay me. I'm going to pay you $50 million to just go away. I'm going to pay you $50 million to just not be in your business no more. And I think and so, that's just how it has to go. I think that the Colts are setting it up so that they can be for sure. Because it's going to be this will be year because he got hurt his rookie year. Then he came out next year and started patting himself on the head. This year 3. So after this year, it's like you really start being like, are we going to pay him $50 million or not?
Hell no. I don't think he's getting $50 million. I mean, he would have to have a hell of a year.
He's going to have to do so. Yeah. Apparently, Charles believes he's going to do the Josh Allen thing. All right. But
if he has a Josh Allen year, then he's going to get $50 million.
He ain't never looked like Josh Allen at no point in his life. But maybe. But I didn't think Josh Allen was that good until he popped up either. So.
All right. But on the Russell thing, I feel like Russell got to get in the best shape of his life. He got out of shape 2 years ago. He was in really good shape last year, but he needs to make a bigger jump. I still think that he can get some of that Seattle magic back with the right offensive coordinator. I'll be interested if they can get some of that Eagles offense that they run, and kind of he could kind of play in with that deep ball that they throw, the running game. That's what I like to see. As far as the Giants, from a business point, with Russell in there, they're gonna sell tickets. Tickets are sold. And also with the number 3 draft pick, hey, they might get Hunter.
They better get some linemen. That's what they need. They need some O-line. Because Daniel Jones was the number 1 sack quarterback over the last 3 or 4 years.
If that's the
part of it's on him, but it's also the line too.
If that's the case, Russell ain't going to be taking those hits. He has a life outside of football.
He's going to be dropping.
He's already won a Super Bowl, so.
I wouldn't blame him. I'm not taking those hits for the Giants. Fuck that.
Yeah, and he's trying to have 30 kids. So.
and I say this. I think that this is it for Russ. This is his last stop as a starter. I think that if this doesn't work, he's a backup until he's done, because we gave him grace at the end of that Seattle time.
Yeah, he broke a finger, and
we gave him grace in Denver because they overpaid him, and then he was doing some stuff with the offices, but sure, it was bad.
Had his own office.
Bad situation though, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't the right setup for him. Right. I think Russ just needs a running game, man. He needs a running game. He needs a defense. You know what I'm saying? he needs that team that he had in Seattle to come back, and that's why I'm now on the fence about his Hall of Fame candidacy. Like I felt like he was a surefire dude. Probably like 7 years ago, I would have said Russell Wilson's definitely going to the Hall of Fame. When Lamar Jackson won that unanimous MVP, Russell was in Seattle and he was going to win that MVP that year if Lamar ain't go crazy like that.
Right. Yeah, he did. He stole it from under him.
He stole it from under him, and now I ain't seen Russ look that good again.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's definitely a blemish for sure. But
I don't know if it's gonna keep him out the Hall of Fame, but I think
how do you get
he
to
had an
all one
opportunity. He had an opportunity to be first ballot.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to be
If they would have won those back-to-back Super Bowls, he probably would have been first ballot.
Yeah.
No, but it's like I don't know how you can. It's tough, man. Like I'm saying,
because he's not old. He's only like 34, 35. It's not like he's ancient.
Right. And if you and based around how it ended in Pittsburgh, he's not that good.
Yeah.
But he also made plays in Pittsburgh where you could be like, I could tell how he won a Super Bowl. Like unbelievable. There were some plays here and there.
He's the best deep ball thrower.
Especially off that play action.
No. I'm saying what
he got
I'm saying
one of the best deep balls ever.
I don't want to say like Russell Wilson's not or wasn't good at a point. It's just we're at a point now where it's like he's very much a journeyman. He's been moving around. He's very much just like he's not the reason no more. Like he won't be the reason why a team wins. He'll just the best he can do is manage the game and make a couple throws and not be the reason the team lose. But he's not really the reason why they win.
Yeah. I mean, that's for sure. He's gonna need a defense. I mean, some of these quarterbacks score almost every drive and lose. Shout out to the Bengals.
Shout out to the Bengals.
No, we taking shots at them every week, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals is trash. I don't know, man.
I don't even want to talk about the Bengals.
They're exciting to watch, though.
They're exciting to watch. Who cares, bro?
You know it's gonna be. Hey, take all the overs on those games.
Yeah, when we play them, it's gonna be 40-40, like Brian said, 40-42.
I just don't know what they're gonna do with defense. Like they just have to guard somebody, right?
They hoping that their draft picks work out. I guess that's the plan.
They don't even have that many draft picks. Let me see how many draft picks they got. Bengals draft picks.
I know they ain't got 12 like the Ravens.
I feel like I Googled this last year.
Oh,
I got it.
You want to know how many draft picks the Bengals got?
Yeah.
Hold up.
It's just saying they got the 17th pick. Oh, they only got 6 picks.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need all 6 of them dudes to be defensive players and be starters.
Yeah.
Or contributors, at least.
They definitely going lineman or defense for that first pick, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
6 is crazy. Yeah, only 6.
Right. They should trade down. But that's them. All right, so we answered the question.
Did y'all want to get to so it looks like Aaron Rodgers is going to the Steelers because he has nowhere else he can go. But for some reason he still hasn't signed.
Because he trash.
That Vikings thing still looks tempting, bro.
I thought the Vikings closed the door.
It's dead. Vikings.
The Vikings closed the door.
That's what he wanted. If Aaron Rodgers was going to be happy and be able to, if Aaron Rodgers was who he think he is, he would have been able to do that. But he just like his Uncle Brett. He just like his Uncle Brett. He trash at the end of his career.
Brett was not trash, bro. He was good with the Vikings.
He had that moment, but it was a lot of turmoil, and we already knew that Brett wasn't a good teammate.
I mean, when you got a bounty on you, bro, you ain't trash. You can't deny that.
What are you talking about, Brett Favre?
Yeah,
Coach was
with
over there
Saint.
writing checks for illegal hits.
It was doing that every week to everybody. It wasn't about Brett. It was about everybody.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it's
like
different.
Brett. Yeah, I mean, Brett got them Super Bowls, man. He took that money from them people in Mississippi. So it's
I know. I don't get you
Yeah,
yeah.
started, but
It's
as far as
yeah.
FM, it's
football,
FM
No, I
far
forever.
mean
as a football
that was
player, I
that was
like
some
Brett.
pretty sick stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, like you ain't about to just glaze over that. I'm
Uh,
bringing it up every time Brett Favre name get brought up. I'm bringing up. He took that money from them poor people in Mississippi. I'm bringing that up.
yeah, bro. I mean,
Why not?
yeah, taking it out the what was it the subsidies money for the poor people.
Yeah, building volleyball gyms for his daughter. Sicko.
It's pretty bad. But yeah, I
every
mean,
time we bring up Brett, because Brian got to do it.
so what's going on? How come Rodgers hasn't signed with the Steelers yet?
Well, I think we understand that like the Steelers are a trash offense, and if I'm a quarterback, I'm not thinking, ooh, that's about to get it. They about to get it popping and make it. It's about to be a good situation for me. We don't know what the running game is going to be looking like. It wasn't much last year. They didn't really add to it. I think they still got
Do they still got Najee? Are
Najee's
they?
gone. Najee went to the Chargers. So you're just DK and Pickens and hoping that doesn't just like implode.
That defense getting old too.
Yeah,
Yep. Cam Hayward is gray. Cam Hayward is pushing 40.
yeah. So is TJ Watt.
Yeah.
He
So
not. I mean, TJ Watt just getting old in general.
and then it's like Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers says, "Hey, I'll come play for Pittsburgh," cool. You think Pittsburgh's not drafting a quarterback in the first round? They definitely are, and that's gonna piss Aaron Rodgers right off immediately. He going
I
immediately.
hope they do. They're gonna end up with another Kenny Pickett
Yeah, I don't know what that came. Another one. I don't know where that came
drafting
from.
that deep that late. Kenny Pickett was the first quarterback that got taken in that draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a bad quarterback draft.
Yeah.
I feel like Rodgers is one of Lamar's biggest fans. So if he go to the Steelers, he probably like, man, I ain't beating Lamar. I ain't beating Burrow. Like,
Not with
what
that
am I
team.
doing? What am I doing with that? You know. So
I mean, Aaron
it's
want to.
gonna
I
have to.
know. Oh, go ahead.
That's all my point.
Oh, I'm just saying. I know Aaron. We just have a gist of who Aaron Rodgers is at this point in his career.
And
And
I don't think he want to be in the AFC, like you said.
in general, bro, Aaron Rodgers has not proven himself to be a great teammate. He ain't trying to go nowhere where it's about to be no hard work. He wanted to go to Minnesota and be out there with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and be able to and just be able to spread out with this guru offensive
Oh,
coordinator
he would have killed. He
and
would have
just go
killed.
crazy.
Yeah.
And that's where he want to be at this point in his career. Pittsburgh is not that. Pittsburgh is
No.
about to be trash weather. It's about to be running the ball and 100 yards in a cloud of dust like that. That's Pittsburgh is not about to spread it out and bomb you down the field. So
No, they got an old offense.
That's Mike Tomlin's team,
and that's Mike
and
Tomlin team.
it's
Correct.
not. And that whole city backs him. So that's not a type of environment where Rodgers gonna have that type of pull that he wants, like you mentioned in the previous episode, Brian. That GM pool that Aaron wants.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wants juice. He wants to be able to pick his own offensive coordinator. He probably wants to bring in a couple. He probably want to bring in what's his name, Lazard. He always want to bring
Yeah,
Lazard. He probably
yeah.
want to bring Cobb. He gonna bring Cobb out of
Oh
retirement.
wow,
He
yeah,
always want to do something crazy. Like AJ Hawk got to be the defensive coordinator if he comes. Like he's just a
yeah.
ridiculous person. So I just don't think that matches. To me, that's just like imagine if that was the guy he was trying to come to Baltimore. Like we would just be like, that's not gonna work. Like that's how I feel like it is for Pittsburgh. Like I just think that we just have a certain level of like seriousness and like teamwork and stuff is important in certain franchises.
So who's playing quarterback for the Steelers this year?
Oh man, who knows? I honestly,
I don't know. Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Yeah,
I have no clue, bro.
it's hard
That's what I'm
to
saying.
see
It's
right
got to be
now.
Rodgers. It's got to be Rodgers. They don't really have a choice.
Nah, it's gonna be so after in a couple of days. What's the day? Like it's gonna be after the draft. there's gonna be some more like stuff. There'll be people being moved. There's gonna be some
Right.
extra people getting signed after because of like to get compensatory picks and stuff like that. Like once that stuff settles, then they'll figure out. Because I think if Aaron Rodgers, honestly, Aaron Rodgers is in a position where he probably gonna sit back and be like, I'm gonna just look around the league and see, like just like how Tom Brady did a couple years ago. Like if something would have opened up, Tom would have probably
Right.
popped back into a good situation. If something opens up and like somebody like Brock Purdy get hurt and they like, oh, we got to figure out Tom going to San Francisco immediately. I mean,
Right.
Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
yeah.
If a situation that he deems is suitable becomes available,
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, because at this point, with basically it's only Pittsburgh left, it's kind of better for Rodgers to kind of just wait it out and let the training camp go. And he probably don't want to go to training camp anyway.
No.
And let the season get started. And then some stuff's going to open up when the season starts, and preseason shit's going to open up. So it's kind of better for him to wait now, but that's not good for Pittsburgh.
I feel like DK Metcalf, like, what the heck, Russ? I thought we was going to finish this thing.
Yeah.
What happened, bro?
But
I wanted
Pittsburgh
to be
didn't
the
really
winner.
seem like they wanted Russ
No,
back.
Pittsburgh was definitely not signing Russ back after the way the season ended. Like, I think like just straight up, Russ wasn't good down the stretch. Like once everybody started catching up to what they was doing, and that running game wasn't really percolating, that moon ball wasn't hitting like that. They had that winning streak mid season, but losing 5 straight down the stretch like that, they
Put a
wasn't.
bad taste in their mouth.
It put their time. It put Russ's time in, and he didn't look good. It wasn't like they was losing and he was looking good. It was like they was losing, and it was like because he couldn't look better.
Right.
So yeah, that's it.
Not many quarterbacks can win a football game with no running back, though.
Yeah, you'd have to be a running back yourself, right? It's like the
Yeah.
Josh Allens, the Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, maybe in moments like you just have to create pressure in the running game without a running back.
Yeah.
Which is hard, especially with an older quarterback.
Correct.
And that's what they're struggling with because these D linemen are faster. That they can get to Russ now. They can get to Aaron Rodgers now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pittsburgh did. I think they got stuck. I think Pittsburgh got stuck.
Went out.
I'm not there.
No, you back. You back.
Oh yeah, I think Pittsburgh got stuck playing an old style of football, and nobody really plays like that no more.
Right. Because I mean, Aaron Rodgers used to get low like Mahomes does now when in his prime. But you can't do that anymore. All right, that topic's over with. What we got next, Stefon?
Y'all want to stay NFL or you want to go to NBA?
I wanted to ask about. Oh, what Diggs thing? Oh, he got signed. Yeah.
What you think about it, real quick?
Where did he go? I don't see it in.
He took the bag. He took the
went to
bag
New
of the
England.
Patriots.
Oh yeah. I did hear about that. I mean, Diggs was always looking for a contract. Like even ever since he left Buffalo, he was looking for the bag, and he he knew that his year with the Texans was basically a prove-it year, and he got hurt. You know what I mean? So at that point, you got to take what you can get. And, New England is a team that they're going to have to overpay people to get people to come there because you don't have Tom Brady anymore. It's Boston. Nobody likes Boston. It's cold. Nobody wants to be there. It's not a hot button destination for players. It's not like, at least like Green Bay and, Minnesota's indoors, their stadium's indoors. And Green Bay has like all of that history. It's a little different for them, but nobody really wants to go to the Patriots. People didn't really want to play with the Patriots when they had Tom Brady. You know what I mean? You always hear about dudes being like, playing under Belichick just wasn't for them and stuff like that. So, he wanted the money, and New England's gonna have to pay a premium for, subpar, not subpar, but you know what I mean? They're gonna have to pay a premium for anybody to come there.
Him and Josh Allen should have worked out. You know, but I understand why. That especially like they could have used him this year. But
Yeah.
Diggs, saying throw me the ball every play, it got out of hand. And in the playoff game, shoot, Diggs had every right. Getting 1 or 2 targets. Nah, that ain't gonna work with the
I,
game
I
on
think
lines.
I think in Buffalo, the reason they were okay with letting them go was because they were shifting their way that they were using Josh Allen anyway. You know what I mean? Like Buffalo realized that they can't let Josh Allen just throw the ball 40 times a game because he's gonna have 35 turnovers. So when they fired their offensive coordinator, what was that? 2 years ago, the year he led the NFL in turnovers. They fired him, brought in the other guy, and the other guy said, "We're gonna use you like Cam now. We're gonna make you into more of a running quarterback." And he's been better ever since they started doing that. So I think they were like, "We're not really throwing the ball anymore anyway, so we don't need Diggs."
Right, and they've been making slice at each other. I remember Josh Allen said it's nice to throw to all of my wide receivers now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I feel like that should have worked out. That was a good duo. So especially in the regular
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Stefon Diggs, he had a nice little run out there in Buffalo. But again, I think it's all about chemistry. Wide receiver, quarterback. That's all chemistry, and
Hmm.
and the chemistry never really clicked. I mean, there was a moment. They had a moment. They had a good season, but
No, they had it for like 2 seasons, right?
Hmm.
yeah, but off the field, clearly there was a little bit of friction. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In
just
the
doesn't.
playoffs, they fumbled. They yeah, sure. Josh.
But
Anyway,
Stefon Diggs secured a 3-year, $69 million contract
that's
from the
good.
New England
And then
Yeah.
the
Patriots.
first
That's
year is
real
just
good.
gonna be rehabbing.
26 mil fully guaranteed. So that's a nice
Yeah,
nice little bag for Stefon Diggs, who, like you said, had a proven year. Um, Once again, like you said, New England. This is what you're supposed to do. They got Drake May. He's a quarterback. They believe that he's the starting quarterback and will be for the foreseeable future. So you just
Yeah.
throw money at assets to help your quarterback. That's
Yeah.
what you
yeah,
do. I don't know what,
yeah.
for the life of me, I don't know what Baltimore was doing. I don't know what they was thinking about. They were just like, oh, let's see what we're gonna do with this money. Let's save this for a rainy day. Like they just was chilling with it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm cool with them grabbing Stefon Diggs. Obviously,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind him coming to Baltimore, but for
Oh, you
3 years,
should have drafted him. You should have
yeah,
drafted
we
him.
should have drafted him out of
Yeah. He
Maryland.
wanted to play for the
He
Ravens.
went to like the fifth round or something.
But
Crazy.
once again,
Or yeah.
Stefon
Okay.
Diggs, DJ Moore, both Maryland products, but we wasn't valuing the receiver
It
position.
wasn't value in the position,
We just was looking like, oh, let's get a safety. Oh, let's get a
Yeah,
the
and you're
tight,
not
tight
six
end. We
six and
took it.
run a 4.2. You're not gonna make
Yeah,
it in the NFL.
right. We only want Miles Boykins types.
Yeah,
Wide receivers. Miles Boykin. Wow.
So yeah, I think it's cool. That's a good little thing, and so
Wasn't he a second round pick?
Stephon Diggs.
best wide receiver block in the NFL. I think he's on the Steelers. Oh, he was on the Steelers.
He was. I don't know if he's still there.
Oh, Miles Boykins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that dude can
Oh
block, bro.
yeah. He can block.
He could block. Oh, great. We drafted a receiver in the second round to block.
Yeah, yeah, I think he has the same athleticism as who was that Atlanta wide receiver? That was a freak.
Julio Jones. Yeah. I
Yeah, they
remember.
got the same like combine skills.
Measurables. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
I mean, he was another great athlete, you know.
All right.
Good to
What did you
play.
want to say, Brian? Before I cut you off, before we went to the Stephon Diggs.
Oh no, we good. I'm chilling.
So we done with the NFL?
I think so.
Okay.
Unless hold up, what was it? Unless there was something else we wanted to say. Oh yeah, y'all agreed. Oh, so Russ, y'all still think Russ a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
that. I
I
think
don't know. I think
Devin
so.
said the first ballot thing might be the
Out the
issue,
window.
but
Yeah.
sure, it's a
Oh yeah.
blemish. But I think he won that Super Bowl and should have won too. So
Okay. And then we got a lot of people have been connected. A lot of players have been connected to the Ravens, obviously coming in with the draft coming up. But most recently, they connected the Arizona wide receiver, saying people's EDC. They asked EDC how he felt about us potentially drafting a wide receiver in the first round. And Eric DeCosta response was that was a position similar to what we're talking about. That's a position the X receiver is something that they've missed on over the years in Baltimore, and so that's something that he wanted to try to fix in the coming years. But the Arizona wide receiver is a top prospect, and he's expected. He potentially could come to Baltimore. How do y'all feel about that?
I'll believe it when I see it. See the Ravens draft another first round receiver. I'll
Mm-hmm.
believe it. I'll believe it when I see it.
If one of the wide receivers are there at 27, I think we will draft a wide receiver. I don't think they'll be
Yeah, if it's best play available, yeah, maybe.
because I think Golden from Texas is nice, and then the dude
I'm not
from
I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying I don't think the Ravens are gonna do it.
okay.
What you think, Charles?
Oh,
um, EDC don't be telling no. He ain't giving nothing up around this time. You're not gonna be answering no questions correctly.
So you think it's all
But
a smoke screen?
I mean, he's right about the X wide receiver thing. But I mean, we
Yeah,
got Isaiah Likely. I mean, Isaiah Likely 6'4", 6'5", pass, got hands. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's. I wouldn't believe anything EDC says. I mean, but if you drafted it, hey, I'll be good with it. But I feel like that EDC don't be giving nothing up around this time. This is when he's locked in. He ain't sleeping. He all in that game film. So
that's true. That's true. I mean, well, the guy is he's a top prospect. Steve Smith Sr. came out and said that he didn't think that he was that good though. So
hey,
I
he
like
be
I
knowing
like
though.
I like
that
Steve
might
Smith.
be out. That might be out the window then.
Yes,
Steve Smith seemed like he got a lot of pull with the Ravens, dog.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
He be
So
in the facility just acting a fool.
yeah.
yeah,
We got Isaiah Likely. We good.
the homie 6'5", 212.
Damn,
That's
6'5"
crazy.
receiver.
6'5", 212. Over 3 seasons with the Arizona Wildcats, McMillan amassed 213 receptions for
Three
3,400
seasons though.
yards.
Why he was there so long?
You got to. This ain't basketball. You got to play 3 years in college.
I thought it was two.
Uh, you can, yeah. Okay, so if you red shirt, if you red shirt,
Maybe he was hurt.
yeah, if you red shirt, you can leave after your sophomore year.
Mm,
You got to
I don't
just be
know.
three. It got to
I
just be
gotta
3
see
years.
him. I gotta see him. I got. What's his name? I gotta look this dude up.
His name is Tet McMillan.
McMillan.
Yeah.
I'll check him out.
What you think, Brian?
I think about Tet McMillan.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear it again, bro. I mean, what's his ceiling? Like,
I mean, I think he's pretty good. I mean, obviously, I say that position, that player build is something that we want on that outside. We've been like desperately trying to give Lamar like bigger targets to throw at. Tet McMillan looks like a stud, but Steve
is he
Smith,
Mike Evans? Is he Mike
that
Evans 6'5"?
that would be the only. See, okay. The question is he Mike Evans? And that's the reason why he would fall to 27. Because if the answer isn't a resounding yes, then he can't go higher than 20.
Right.
Right.
Because he doesn't run like the routes like all the little guys be running, and he don't do the stuff that it's just like he tends to not he don't like impose his will on the game like that. To be 6'5", 212, he don't just like be beast mode and everybody. But if you
Okay.
but he can get hot and you can get and he's trouble because he's big.
And he can definitely make some spectacular catches,
Yeah,
but most tall guys can.
yeah. They got him. They got him going as high as he could. He could go as high as top 5. They said or top 10.
We'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
Yeah,
see.
we'll see. Hey, I
I mean,
mean,
I'm never gonna say no to a receiver in the first round. So if
right.
he go there, but I doubt it.
We got Bateman. We good. We
Are you
got
trolling?
Batman. I mean, halfway trolling, halfway not though.
Nah, Bateman's good. What you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely gave up on Bateman for a little bit, but Brian, he held him down this whole time through the injuries.
Through the
So
injuries, you got. You know what I'm saying. You just got to wait until you see it.
yeah, so he said,
All
"Are you
right.
trolling?"
I couldn't tell. I didn't know if you was being serious or not.
I was halfway trolling.
Okay. All right. All right. So y'all want to do a little bit of NBA? I know Eddie's not here, so but I think we can do some of the some of the main stuff. We can definitely do the LeBron versus Stephen A. Smith drama, the
Um,
nonsense. I mean, this is Stephen A. Smith is dragging this beef out with LeBron James for the past what 2 weeks. It's getting kind of exhausting at this point. I don't even. What do y'all think? I don't even know.
yeah, man. Yeah, you said it's pretty stupid. There's plenty of other stuff around the NBA to talk about aside from uh, Stephen A. Smith's beef with LeBron. I think that it's like super petty.
Yeah,
LeBron's taking offense to Stephen A. Smith for good reason, talking bad on his son in like more than basketball type of way, talking bad about him being a bad father for putting him out there. Like that stuff is petty. But then LeBron's petty for running to Pat McAfee show
yeah,
the hour right after Stephen A. or right before, right at his network, and just like letting it spray on everybody
yeah.
around the sports
LeBron
world.
been letting it fly recently.
Yeah, LeBron about to retire, and he letting y'all
Yeah,
know. I don't care. I'm cemented out here. No
yeah.
matter whether you got
Y'all see what he said about Woj?
what do you say about Woj?
He was like acting like Woj was going around telling people him and LeBron was friends.
Oh
And
nah, that was the other dude. That was Brian Windhurst.
I thought it was Wojnarowski.
Brian Windhurst.
Oh,
That's
Windhurst. Okay,
Windhurst.
Windhurst.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Woj. He would never say that about Woj. Brian Windhurst is a beat reporter from Cleveland. He went to school at uh, the Catholic school, Mount St. Mary,
Oh,
that
yeah,
LeBron went to. So they had the same alma mater, and he's been following LeBron since he was freshman year, since he was young. He speaks, or he used to speak, kind of like he knew LeBron, like because he would pass him or whatever like that. But he don't, and LeBron ain't never really said that he do. So like LeBron just was blasting him like, yeah, we're not that cool. Like he be trying to act like we best friends, and we not really cool like that at all. And Brian Windhurst is real classy. I felt like he was like not. And what you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like the truth is, you don't know me like that. So
right.
he
Yeah,
just went on just like, yeah, like at the end of the day, I owe LeBron a lot for my career. Like I've been following him and writing about him and getting a lot of publicity behind writing about LeBron James. He owes me nothing.
yeah,
So that's just the end of it. But Stephen A. Smith, I wish he would take that approach. But he think he who? He think he ball like that. He think he out there on the field, on the court somewhere, and he's supposed to get respected like that. And I don't get it.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's entertainment.
yeah,
Um, uh,
That's
you
true.
know, they both getting making a lot of business, bringing basketball back, with the drama and stuff. But it got serious at one point. Stephen A. Smith got the message. It doesn't seem like he's repeating. He's apologizing within his personality of not apologizing, but he's not doing it anymore, and that's what matters. So
Yeah,
and Bronny's out there
apologizing
killing.
without apologizing.
Yeah, I'm
right,
apologizing for not doing nothing wrong, but I'm
right.
not gonna do it again. But Bronny's out there killing. I mean,
Yeah,
shoot.
That part.
I know he playing
Yeah.
well. It's crazy
I
thing.
seen a stat the other day that said 90. I think I don't quote me on this, but I read it. It said 90% of people who have cardiac arrest die. Like I feel like that injury was not taken. I don't know if the media fumbled the bag or something, but that thing that he went through was not for me. I didn't know it was that serious. I know he had the surgery, whatever. But I didn't know it had a 90% fatality rate. That's insane. If that's true,
I mean,
you know.
it was definitely serious. It was definitely life
I mean,
threatening.
it's got to be similar to the dude
Lamar
that
Hamlin,
yeah,
Lamar
the Mar
Hamlin,
Hamlin situation.
his heart stopped on the field too.
Yeah,
So I'm saying,
Right.
yeah, it was a big deal, and that's why it was kind of insensitive to comment or to judge Bronny's freshman year in general. But
Right.
that's what. But when people have spent their entire life and they dedicated their entire career to bashing your dad, they
athletes.
they well LeBron specifically has been at the top of everybody's like yeah on everybody's
I'm gonna
hit
get
list
mines. Yeah,
off the back of his name right after the decision. It was just enough people to hate. Like I don't feel like nobody really hated LeBron until after that decision. He was almost like too light. Like
Yeah.
everybody was just like, "Yo, LeBron's the greatest. He's the best. He about to be the next
yeah.
thing. He's this. He's that." And they was like, "When he gonna win? When he gonna win?" They just was waiting and waiting and waiting. And then for him, when he finally didn't do it in Cleveland and decided to go to Miami, it was like, "Oh, this bitch." Yeah, you don't want to go
Nah, I remember, yo. He was getting hate,
super
like
hate.
real hate. Yeah,
So I think they just took all the vultures took the opportunity to attack Bronny once they couldn't attack LeBron no more. And now
Yeah. I mean, Bronny is one of the hottest names in the league already. So
already. He probably would have been. No, he go. The votes. I feel like he made. Yeah, he made the G League All Star team,
you're right.
and he
yeah. I
didn't
mean,
play.
he be killing it in G League.
Yo,
He
they
didn't play
be
in the All Star game.
those games be sold out. G League games sold out, bro.
The Laker ones, right?
Yeah, the Lakers one. The Lakers
Mm.
one.
Yeah, that's what
Home and
I'm
away.
saying. It was a good financial decision. It wasn't even like it don't even gotta be about basketball for real. If you got a player who gonna put butts in seats and get kids to buy jerseys, we
Yeah,
drafting him. We are drafting.
and
Yeah. Yo, the jersey
he
sales
can
alone.
possibly be a nice rotational piece for you in the future.
And if he ends up being the 55th pick and turns out to be a rotational piece, that's like
That's a
a,
great pick,
that's a steal. That's the
right?
steal of the draft. If your
Yo,
55th pick end up being in the rotation of a winning team, you stole that dude. Just like Austin Rivers, Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
Austin Reeves, we got undrafted to the Lakers. He is
yeah, yeah. Yeah, fact. I mean, Bronny James for the league has probably made the league over $200 million. You know, I mean, for
mad money.
jersey sales alone, I mean, it's the investment is paying off tenfold.
yeah, especially for the Lakers. Yeah,
And Bronny's going to be good regardless, whether he's in the NBA or not.
Yeah, financially he's up. Way
Well,
up.
even stardom, he got that OBJ stardom. When he was doing those, when he was a gamer and all that stuff.
Yeah, yep. He has
Yep.
that as well. He's a professional gamer.
Yeah. So I think it's crazy that JJ Redick said he's still not in elite shape yet.
Who?
JJ Redick in one of his interviews said Bronny's still not in elite shape yet. They're
Hmm.
still working towards that. And that's so.
well, they got to get him in. They got to get him in NBA shape. Where you playing basketball every night.
And they probably can't push it.
You doing it for months,
Right.
not for 3 months or 2 months or whatever. You doing it for like 8 months, 6 months, 7 months. You know what I mean? So that's different.
It's a buildup, man. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't just happen right away. Even like the superstars, even the guys that are like, the blue chip talent guys who are positioned to be way better than Bronny. Like it doesn't happen right overnight for them either. Like it just takes time. So I think that he looks like he's way further ahead in his maturation than people expected.
So y'all not buying none of this stuff with Stephen A. Smith. Y'all just think that he just trying to milk this for clicks for ESPN.
Oh yeah, going on tour. Yeah, he just doing what he does, being a professional with it.
Yeah, I like that. It's cool. I mean, I wish they would talk about like the other players and
Yeah,
basketball.
Yeah, I wish they would talk about other aspects of the game, but I get that this is like, it's a business and it's entertainment, and they have to talk about topics that drive engagement. That's why they talk about Lamar all the time. That's why they talk about the Cowboys all the time and the Lakers, because that's what everybody tunes in. That's what gets the masses riled up for whatever reason. So.
right. Are we going to that Wizards game tomorrow against the Heat
Oh, the
on
Wizard.
Thanksgiving?
You in town?
Yeah, I'm in town tomorrow.
Damn, we might as well go to the what's the name then? It's
What?
opening day.
Oh, for the Orioles.
Oh, I'm not in town. I'm in DC.
Oh, okay. True.
But yeah,
You
opening
going to
day.
opening day tomorrow?
That'd
I'm
be
thinking
nice.
about it.
That'd be nice.
It might rain though.
Oh. Mm.
But I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be lit outside regardless.
Oh no, we're not playing the Heat. We're playing the Celtics. Is that a home game though? Nah, that's the away game.
Oh, they playing. I'm about to say, okay. The
Oh, so we got
Wizards.
the Sixers on Wednesday.
No, they playing the Heat.
But the Heat says April 13th. I thought it was the Heat too, but
Why is that the first game to show up? That's weird.
yeah.
Nah, 3:31. Heat at
But
Wizards.
I might be looking at something. Okay.
Heat at Miami and Baltimore.
Tomorrow?
Yeah,
Well, if it rains tomorrow, then we'll talk. If
all right.
not, then the open day for sure. Probably better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Did y'all have any more NBA topics y'all wanted to get to?
Let me see. NBA. I mean, I did want to talk. I did want to talk about the Dame injury.
Okay.
Dame recently got put to the side. He's going to be sidelined for a little bit.
What does this mean for like him going forward? Because
Yeah,
I'm a Dame fan. Like I really like Dame, but it just seemed like his time with the Bucks has just not been going well.
yeah, looking like he got diagnosed with a deep vein thrombosis
Oh wow.
in his right calf.
Hey.
So he's out for an indefinite amount of time.
Hmm.
He had some calf soreness, prompted a medical evaluation, and subsequent imaging revealed a blood clot.
That's not good.
No, so I don't know. I don't know what that means. I remember Chris Bosh had some blood clot stuff,
Yeah, and it
finishing his
basically
career.
it basically sidelines him.
Yeah, and then Wemby's he's out for the rest of the season because he had a blood clot as well.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
mean, I feel like Dame is he's definitely a great individual player, when he was with Portland. And it feels kind of like he kind of just missed his window. And I mean, like, not just a window to win with Portland, but a window to get traded to a contender. Like, waiting to go to the Bucks was kind of late in the game.
Mm,
Um, and and I don't want to like just be all negative about him because I really do like Dame. And that shot over Paul George is like legendary. That's a legendary shot. And but he kind of just got outshined by Steph. you know, these
Yeah,
last
man.
like 10 years,
Yeah.
because he's a great shooter too, but Steph is the greatest shooter of all time,
Mm.
and they both small, point guards. So,
Yeah. I always compare. I I never compared Dame to Steph because I just felt like Steph was just like in another world. You know what I'm saying? Like
well,
Steph
yeah,
like changed the
yeah,
game. Dame, I always compare Dame to Russell Westbrook. And for a long time, it kind of felt like Dame was like starting to edge Russell Westbrook out. Like he kind of had his way with him in a couple of series,
yeah.
and then matching up, I just didn't see it. But like now, I don't know. Like you said, I think overall, I think Dame just kind of missed his window. That window for him in Portland. That
Was too long. He should have been left.
Yeah, well, they went to the finals that year. I think that kind of like jammed him up for real. Like the fact that they made the final, him and CJ made the finals. I think that kind of gave them hope that they could really continue. They could really do something
Who'd they play?
in the finals.
Yeah.
The Warriors
Okay. All right.
in the Western Conference Finals. That's what I
In
mean.
the West Conference. Okay. All right. West
Yeah,
Conference.
and they
Yeah.
got promptly swept up out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. They weren't going to win that series. That was when they still had Durant, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt like he was
Promptly
really
swept.
good. He was really good, but at the end of the day, not quite good enough. And now the way it's ending, I don't know. I guess he just can't be the two no more. Like it didn't work with him and Giannis, I don't think.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
for
so maybe he can be a third guy somewhere, you know?
yeah,
I mean that blood clot thing seems serious though. At 34 years old, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
Is that worth it? Especially as a point guard. So
I mean, he's made a lot of money, bro. Portland gave him, he had
hey,
multiple max contracts
yeah,
with
mad 60
Portland.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So, I mean, he's made all the money in the world at this point, because he was getting the super max every year. I mean, every time he was up.
Right. And he got shoes.
Mm,
yeah, yeah,
Dang
straight.
super up.
What do you think about Juju Watkins ACL injury, bro? Devastating.
Yeah, that's sad.
Gut
Very,
punch.
very disappointing, obviously. Juju's what of, if not the best player in college basketball, in women's college basketball. So anytime a talent at that level goes down, you know what I'm saying? You prayers up to her. Hopefully she has a speedy recovery. Um,
especially like during the tournament. That's kind of rough.
yeah, I mean the only thing that the silver lining is that she wasn't coming out this year. So
Right.
it's not like she about to miss the draft behind this, or her draft stock's not going to take a hit behind this. She'll be able to
Rehab and come back next year.
rehab hopefully and be back in time for the tournament next year. So we'll see. And I think that opens up the doorway for Paige to have her day anyway. I
Right.
think I think Paige Buckers similarly got injured in this year frame, and it's like last year this time she tore her ACL and was kind of out the picture, and that's when Caitlin Clark took over and all this other stuff started happening. So now the world get to see Paige on the main stage. So that's hopefully Juju can recover similar.
People don't know that the WNBA is kind of your thing, bro.
Huh?
I mean, WNBA and women college basketball is kind of your thing, bro.
Oh
Like you been
yeah,
on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Definitely. It's a
yeah.
lot. It's a lot of talent around, dog. It's not a lot. The girls can hoop, dog.
Yeah.
They can play.
So you see Juju at some Commanders games this year?
Uh, I don't want to. I don't know how many people watching this, y'all. I don't want to be too. I don't want to be too salacious about the Juju and Jaden Daniels situation when they
What
were
they
sitting
supposed
next.
to? It was rumors
But
or something.
They were just
honestly,
hanging
bro,
out.
everybody's like, oh, they look so cute together. That is the gayest couple. And if I've ever seen somebody being somebody's beard and somebody being somebody's stash, I've ever seen they each other like Juju and I think. All right, I ain't gonna say too
I
much.
think it's a real thing, yo. I feel in the energy, bro. I feel in the vibes, bro. I feel in the vibe. I think it's a real thing, dog. You ain't feeling it?
What's it called? What's it called when the two? I think it's like a lavender engagement or something. When it's a gay guy and a gay girl and they be together to look straight. That's what that look like to me.
Well, they got businesses to run.
Man, you lucky. You lucky. Eddie ain't on this live. Man,
I know.
Brian going off.
Is that too much? What's it called,
Nah,
y'all?
hey, you speaking your
Lavender,
opinion, bro. But I mean,
lavender, magenta. It's something sweet like that. That's what it's called when it's. But I think Juju is I think like a typical
I know what you're
Female
trying to
basketball
say.
girl
player.
basketball player. She likes girls, and and you never seen her with a dude, and they just won't talk about it because it ain't nothing to talk about. And Jaden Daniels got his mother around him all the time, talking about something. I'm keeping these girls away from him, and he just be smiling like he's chilling because he don't care either. Because if I'm the starting quarterback for the Washington Commanders, you can't keep these jumps off me, ma.
Right.
You
Yeah. They gonna
can't
find a way, bro.
everywhere, baby girl. Just
Right.
go, just take this dollar and go down the block and get a soda because I'm doing my thing. I'm a grown man. But the fact that he let her speak for him like that says something to me. Maybe it's
Yeah.
maybe it's God. Maybe they read the Bible a lot.
I thought Juju and Bronny never hung out. I noticed they was hanging out for a little bit.
I mean,
She
they went
come
to
over the
USC
house. They
together,
hoop.
but they went to USC together. That made sense.
Right,
That's just
right,
like
right,
we go to school.
right.
This is totally different. This was just like, oh, he's over at the tournament. They was just chopping it up. Juju just got finished playing. Like they probably. I mean, I don't even know what the age is like. I feel like Juju's a little younger, but either way, they. I feel like the media ran with them smiling as being like, oh, it might be a little. And then the mom came in. I think that's more so what it's about. The mom came in and separated them. Did y'all see that? I feel like y'all didn't see it.
Yeah, I seen. I
Nah,
seen.
I didn't see
Yeah, I
it.
seen the mom came in and separated them.
What
Like
you
on
feel about that?
camera?
On swear they sit
Hold on.
next to each other. They
Let me see.
in
Let me
they
look it up.
game, sitting next to each other, laughing, kikiing, all
Hey,
32, both 32 smiling. Mom Dukes came back from getting the bathroom or getting nachos. She came and got the seat right in the middle. Everybody smiles went away. Everybody just sitting there
that's
courtside.
how. That's how I think. Hey, Mama knows, bro. That chemistry real, dog.
Dang.
That flowers blooming. Love is in the air.
Let me see. I'm watching it now.
Love is in the air.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Big cock block. Yeah.
It was major.
Yeah. It was.
It was very
Yeah.
evident.
She
It was very
came over and told Shorty, "Get out my seat."
hey, slide over real quick. Let me sit right here next to my son.
Yeah.
And she did it with attitude too.
Yeah,
Lord,
I don't know
so
why
awkward.
Chris is all
So
scrunched up
added.
like that.
So
Yeah,
awkward.
that's what
Wow.
I'm
Damn.
saying. And for Jaden Daniels to like I don't know. I
Oh, he must wasn't thinking anything of it. So I guess if he love it, I like it.
That's true. Fair enough. Yeah, I ain't never. Yeah, that's. I don't want to put that. I don't want to put that take out there too crazy. I don't feel like.
All right. We won't promote this one.
Yeah, because
Too crazy.
well,
Nah, I mean it was a big cock block situation. Like you can see it on camera. Like
I
it's
felt
wild.
like that. I felt no. I ain't gonna. That's too crazy. Never mind.
All right, let's go on to the Maryland. Let's go to the Maryland buzzer beater, bro.
Oh yeah, that
Derek
was
Queen,
Dark
big
Queen.
game. Big
Turk
game.
Legend.
I'm from Baltimore. That's
I'm
what he
from
said.
Baltimore.
I'm from Baltimore. That's why. That's where the confidence come from.
Yo, was that the only buzzer beater in the tournament this year? I think that might have been the only one.
Yeah, so far.
Okay.
So far, yeah. Yeah. But that was a huge play by the big fella, a diaper dandy. That's what they would call him. That's what, a diaper dandy, young boy, freshman, cooking. Love to see it. Wished that the story didn't end so quickly for Maryland. I wanted to hope that they could have advanced. I wanted them to advance at least past this where they went the Sweet 16 and got past. If they got past Florida, get to the Elite Eight, I thought that would have been a good ride. But no, great showing for the Terps this year. You know, I felt like they was as good as they've been in a while.
Right. And homeboy might have got himself drafted.
Oh, he was getting drafted already. Derek Queen was clearly one of the best big men in the country all year.
Yeah, I mean, he tall, athletic.
Yeah. Baby Jokic, that's what they call him. Baby Jokic.
Yeah.
He got all the footwork. It ain't super fast, but it's controlled.
Yeah.
He got touch around the rim. He nice.
Mm-hmm.
He nice for real.
Yeah, he's nice. Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Maybe he come to the Wizards.
Hey, we'll see.
Right?
Yeah, I want Cooper Flag because
I mean, bro, they got to give us a reason. They got to give us a reason to go to these games, dog.
Boy. Yeah, and Cooper.
The Wizards got to give us a reason to go, bro.
Yeah, get Coop. Bring Coop. Bring Coop. I don't know where he got that game from. I don't know how they be doing up in Maine, but that he got some sauce with him. He got some sauce. Him and Austin Reed. Him and Austin Reed's got the same. They was talking to the same people.
Somebody else was talking about Austin Reed's sauce. So I was watching the podcast. The Morris brothers.
The Morris brothers. Yeah. He be bipping.
Like,
he be bipping. He got the bips.
How you got them in the city Philly moves?
Yeah.
You know?
He from DC, from New York or something. Yeah. Where you get that from? How they hooping up there in Maine? Why you act like that? I want to.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves was out Oklahoma talking trash to people. But so
he's nice.
Yeah, we got one coming out of but yeah, I thought it was funny. The homie said, "I'm from Baltimore." That's why. That where you get the car from? I'm from Baltimore. That is for real. Like you can say that, and there's no follow ups.
Yeah, you don't even. Everybody just like, oh, true.
That's what LeBron was saying. Yeah, LeBron said that. Yeah,
right. That's facts. you got it. You got it, young fella.
No doubt. I did see the wire. See the wire.
Well, you got it, young fella.
Yeah. That's it.
Carmelo the same way. Give me the ball.
Give me the
ball.
Give me the.
Damn, yo, Cooper. Damn, Cooper throwing it. He throwing it behind the head, dunking that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He nice.
He looking good, dog. I seen them in them little clips last year when he was playing against the Olympic team.
Damn.
Yo, that's why the Wizards been tanking, bro. That's why we've been scoring 40 points a game.
When I seen them
dedicated.
When I seen them playing against the
Yo, they even have an article showing how much the Wizards been dedicated to try to get these damn picks, bro.
Bro, they said it was the Wizards and the Jazz was having a tank off a couple of weeks ago where they was competing to lose that game, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We be losing. The Wizards be getting blown out by 60. It'd be so embarrassing seeing the final score.
Yo,
like,
when we went,
130 to 72. You're like, what?
Yo, when we went, who were they playing, Charles? They were playing the Raptors. And we got to halftime. I think, we got to the third quarter, and I think the Wizards hadn't even scored 50 points yet.
Yo, it wasn't even no girls at the games. Since people are free, you know how you go to the games, you see all the girls in like the front rows and walking around, all the models walking around. None of that.
Trying to get chose.
None of that.
You didn't see none of that.
No.
Nah, it's nothing to see there, bro. And the women was like it. Some girls did show up, but it was like as soon as the game, it was like at the end of the game. Like
it was like
they
2
know,
minutes left.
Yeah, like they know what they there for.
So it's not. You saying it's not the spot? Like you feel like you go to the Wizards game to like.
Yo, we got made fun of when we left. They said, "Oh, you went to the game?"
Yeah, yo.
I'm like, yeah. They were just happy. So you a sucker or something for going to the game? I was just like, well,
And
need
they
to
was
move back to Baltimore, yo. That's crazy.
and they was giving out free tumblers. We got a free cup.
You gotta go
Yeah.
to the game like not like you going to the game. You can't wear no
Yo,
jersey. You gotta go to the
Nah,
game
nah.
like you going
You
to the
just gotta come
bar.
out of there,
Like I'm
yeah,
going
and
to the
act like you
bar
was
and I'm
just
just gonna
walking
pop
down the
into the
street.
game. Okay.
yo, Brian, we actually look like you a clown for going to the game. Like, why would you support that? I'm like, what?
Soon as you said it, I thought to myself, dang, I could see how that looked. Because they are so bad. They are
So
Right.
embarrassing.
bad.
They terrible, bro.
Yo,
So
the,
I hope they do get something.
yo, we were so close, yo. I swear none of the players were sweating. They weren't playing no defense. They didn't care about nothing.
They're not even trying no more.
No.
What was
I mean,
Jordan Poole? What he doing? He got to be playing hard. He pay him too much money.
they had the Lakers the next day, so they might have just been like chilling.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Brian. We gonna put some heat on you, man. Let's close it out with the O's, man. MLB season coming up. What you think about it? Yo, we gonna make it over the hump. We gonna break through this year.
I mean, we got Batista, our closer. I'm liking
Okay.
that. Gunner's hurt right now, so we're dealing with that. But we're kind of struggling with Toronto. I'll be honest, coming out of spring training, I was feeling so good about the O's. I'm already upset that we done split with the Blue Jays. Well, matter of fact, we lost today. So I think we lost that series. Already off the rip, we lost the series to the Blue Jays. So they already disappointed, but they scoring runs. So I just think that we got a good team, man. I think it's a good team. The pitching is still leaves a little bit to be desired, but as far as the bats are concerned, Adley Rutschman has looked like a new person. The last 2-3 months of the season last year, he looked like he was like a bum. And then now this year, I already see him swinging at the ball better than he was at the end of last year. So hopefully, if we can just keep the bats percolating, the defense will come around and the pitching will get better, and we'll be okay. I do have high hopes for the O's, but I'll have more of a take once I see him in person.
Bet. All right, man. Well, you were right about the Clippers, I think, but Eddie's not here, so I guess we'll sit it next week.
Oh, what about the Clippers?
Everybody, first couple episodes was giving me a lot of heat, but then they went on a streak. I think out of the last 9 games, they won 8 of them. So
Yeah, because Kawhi Leonard's back, and everybody tried to act like that didn't matter. Like, oh,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
it's just James Harden out there. He sucks.
and he's dropping 30 pieces.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard. Hey, real quick, who all right, who is better than a healthy Kawhi Leonard? Real quick, I'll tell you.
Healthy Kawhi.
Healthy Kawhi. I'm talking about championship playoff run Kawhi version. Who's better than that in the league? The list is short. This ain't gonna take too long.
He was limping when they made that run.
I'm
with Toronto.
I'm asking about a healthy Kawhi.
All right, a healthy Kawhi. Who's better? Luka, Giannis, Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kevin Durant. LeBron. Jokic.
Hey, Michael Jordan.
Nah.
Kobe Bryant.
He can't. He's too old. He done.
Probably Jokic.
Joker. Giannis.
Durant,
sure.
LeBron.
LBJ.
Luka.
Okay.
That's about it.
AE.
Anthony Edwards. Kawhi.
Right. Healthy Kawhi.
Right now.
Right.
You might take Kawhi.
Right. Jason Tatum.
I'm going with Tatum, bro.
Okay, that's fair. I was just trying to see where your head was at.
Yeah.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, definitely Kawhi.
Not now. I mean, he didn't want a chip.
He's a
look like he
champion.
gonna be in a he gonna look
I
like he
got
might be in another finals. So yeah,
I
I feel
Tatum.
got
like
I gotta respect his boss levels
People, I just be forgetting about Tatum, you know.
because he
yo, the
he a
media.
boss level light skinned dude, and you really ain't really trying to like. It's just like how you winning over there like that. All right, whatever. Dog.
Yeah, I feel like he gonna go up another level these playoffs, bro.
Who?
Tatum.
Tatum,
Dang, you
But-
still believe there's more? You think there's more to get out of Jason
he's
Well,
Tatum?
pissed off.
Jalen
He's
Brown kind
pissed.
of stole the thunder from him last year.
He gonna steal the thunder again?
Thunder being stolen again.
I mean, Jalen Brown's kind of their closer for real. So
Yeah, like that's the reason why we don't think Jason Tatum. The reason why, okay, people think Jason Tatum's good, but
yeah,
the reason why there's kind of like a ceiling to how good people think he is because he ain't really a dog like that.
he not the closer.
Yeah, like he's not a dog, and we feel that more from Jalen Brown.
Yeah, but Tatum's gonna consistently give you those big, those big numbers. But yeah, I mean, last year just it seemed like whenever they needed a bucket, you know,
They went
in a
elsewhere.
tight game, they went to Brown. And I think Tatum kind of lost. Obviously, he lost respect for that because, again, we got to the Olympics and homie wasn't even playing. Steve Kerr was like, "I'm good." So
I
Right.
mean, he gave us Tatum a dog, man. I mean, I feel like he's gonna step it up a little bit. I feel like he pissed off for the Olympics. I feel like
yeah,
he not getting his fair respect from everybody.
yeah,
I feel like he's gonna prove a point.
yeah. I mean, he got a lot to prove because he definitely got disrespected.
Okay. All
Because
right. Well,
Anthony Edwards was definitely playing over him.
yeah. I mean, it's just tough when the person that plays your position is LeBron James and Kevin Durant. That's just not good for Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, as much as you can love Jason Tatum all you want, he not better than LeBron or KD, and that's just how it works.
at 40.
that's just how it works.
That's how it
Right.
works. Like you nice, bro. You super nice, but like LeBron here, and he wants to play, so he mad.
Sorry.
He don't like to take breaks.
If he says he's tired, you gonna go in, right? But he
Gonna be
says he's
cleanup duty.
he says he's fine. It's like,
Right.
I gotta take his word for it.
Right. Try to take him out yourself.
Yeah.
Right. You asked him if he want to come sit down.
But yeah, what all I was trying to say before was wrapping up is that Kawhi's a top 10 player. And I feel like if your team is a top 10 player and that player has like a top 20, top 25 helper, that's a tough squad. That squad's gonna be
Yeah.
tough. And that's what the Clippers provide. Because James Harden on any given night is still tough. And yeah, so the Clippers are tough. I think I said I think the Clippers can beat OKC, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you said can beat him. I thought you said. I'm gonna look back.
I don't
Wait,
know if
are
you
you
said
saying that?
Clippers. I think you said the Lakers and the Warriors.
I said the Clippers are gonna be hell as an eighth seed. Like if they are eighth seed, whoever's the one or the two, if they 8-7 or whoever's the 1-2, they're gonna have to deal
Yeah.
with them. That's a
Yeah.
bad draw. If you're a young OKC team, that's a bad draw.
Right. And then you get clipped by
Get clipped by the
Kawhi and
Clip.
Harden.
Get clipped
Yeah.
by the Clippers.
Yeah.
Get clipped by the Clippers.
I mean, no, it can happen. I mean, because the thing about Kawhi is he's so efficient and he's a mid-range,
Assassin.
player. And
Right.
that's like so he's super efficient. And I mean, I don't know, how the knee is, but he known for defense. That's his whole thing. So
Yeah, the knee.
um,
I mean, he sat out long enough, dog. Like he been out for like feels like a year and a half. Like
but
he
that's what I'm
basically
saying.
left for the Olympics for now.
The Clippers can mess around, beat the AFC, and like you said,
Be
beat the
dangerous.
1 seed or the 2 seed.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Looks like we held it down for 2 hours, um, without a fourth Avenger. Um, so I'm good. I ain't got nothing else.
I'm good, bro. 2 hours is good for me.
Yeah, I'm good. We did it. We unpacked it.
Oh yeah, you want to go live for the first round of the draft?
That would be fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would
something
be
different.
fire. Yeah.
We gotta find out when it is, what day it is.
Yeah, see what time it start. It normally start around like what 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's in the
But
All
yeah,
right.
we'll get into it. Figure out the logistics.
evening.
Maybe we'll share the screen a little bit.
But
All right, man. I'll
all
catch
right,
y'all later.
all right,
All right,
Till
fellas.
next
peace.
week.
Till next week.